Hello and welcome back. We are doing our episode 2 of our Life Happens Here in China. Not only in China, but currently in China. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not a good talker. He's the one who's talking.
I
Well,
can
it's
see
your turn.
we're going to have to record another video.
So, where did we end last time?
We apparently, right, we sent the video onto YouTube and we've got a few followers. How many? 25? So in the last 24 hours, we've got 25 followers. That's better than one follower. But nobody, only one person
Or two?
tried to answer our question, which is okay. I can't think Rome wasn't built in a day, so we can't expect people to be interested in such a stupid question. Like, why do we care why you left Philippines? I would feel the same if someone asked a question. Why do you think I left Philippines? Who gives a shit? You left Philippines. Left South Africa to go to Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. No one, only one person tried to answer the question. So
Good job.
good job, well done. The rest of you,
Very appreciate.
the rest of you, all I can say is
More comments.
alright. So if everybody remembers the question from last time, it was why did I leave South Africa to go to the Philippines? Right, let me just hold on. I've got something here. I haven't cleaned my ears for a while. Right, so we changed our position. Last time we were facing the lounge, now we're facing the window. So you can see the funny Chinese people out there. It's not very clear because
The
direct
light.
direct sunlight hitting the window.
It means it's against the light. Well.
We're against the light, right? We got English teacher here, and today I am the assistant against the light. Copy that.
Okay, continue.
Okay. So many years ago, is your feet smelling like that?
Why smelling like that? Oh,
Oh. Okay. So, for all those people that know me, most of the people that know me still live in South Africa. South Africa, to me, is a shit. Wasn't always like that, but yeah, due to higher levels of such and such, it became very difficult to live in South Africa. I guess for me it was always difficult because I never had really the best paying job in it. But anyway, so I was doing online teaching and I was earning on a very good month. And this is me working Monday to Sunday, about 5 or 6 hours a day. On a good month, I'd earn about 17,000 Rand. Now, people in South Africa, 17,000 Rand doesn't get you a long way, right? I was lucky I was living in a bachelor flat, so it's a small open area. Only the bathroom had a separate, it was cornered off or it was walled off. The rest of my place was all open, but very small. And I was paying about 3,000 Rand a month for that. So when you get paid 17,000 Rand, I had a scooter at that time, so scooter is not high maintenance unless you get hit off the scooter like I did twice. I got knocked off the scooter. I'm still alive, obviously, because evidently I'm stronger than the scooter. The scooter was in pieces. And I only had a few scrapes and bruises on my leg. Poor Bucky. It was a Hilux Bucky. I don't know what happened there. But, yeah. So anyway, 17,000 Rand doesn't get you far. After I paid rent, internet, so on and so forth, I'm left with about 9,000 Rand in my account. That's not including food for the rest of the month. That's not including entertainment and medical bills. But luckily for me, I don't really get sick, so I saved quite a bit on medical bills and that. But anyway, so I never had any free time really, and push came to shove, I could not do online teaching for the rest of my life. Is there other jobs I could do? Yeah, there is. There were other jobs in South Africa that I could do, but nothing on the coastal cities. They pay you under minimum wage, so I'd have to travel into the cities, which is also, it'll just mean getting a job that possibly paid me 20,000, and after paying expenses there and back, I'm left with the same amount. So I looked on Facebook, and there was this guy that popped up. His name was, I'm not actually going to mention his name because he turned out to be a very faulty character, but he offered me an online job with his company doing like, I can't remember what I was doing. It was like reading stuff, but in a formal way, like I had to act like a professor and make it like almost like a story out of it. And then I said to him, like, how is the Philippines? I've never been there. I've never actually seen it on the map, but I know where it is, but I don't know anything about it. So we got into conversation, and he said, oh, well, if you want to do online teaching, which I didn't want to do for the rest of my life, but I had to do it now until I got back to China. So it's like, yeah, it's very, the living cost is very minimal. It's very cheap to live in the Philippines. The only thing that would be problematic now and again would be the Wi-Fi. So then that's when I decided, okay, the Philippines it is. So I flew to the Philippines. I landed in the Philippines on the February the 14th.
To 2023.
Ling San. That's 2023. And I met up this guy face to face, and that's when my life started in the Philippines. Hot as shit, but I knew it would be hot because it's like almost like along the equator, so it's very tropical area, very tropical region. But Dumaguete, my God, why did I go there first?
I know.
Because that's where this guy lived. He lived on the island of Negros. He lived in Dumaguete, but he lived on the mountain, which is Valencia. He lived in Valencia, which is like the Lani luxury area of Dumaguete. But I never had the money like here, so I had to live in Dumaguete, which is, you could say, it's like for South African people, if you lived in a Amanzimtoti, it could be like we could say like Warner Beach or Winkelspruit area. That is what, like, where I live. So it wasn't
I think
bad.
it's like 10 minutes away from the city by scooter.
Yeah. But the whole thing is, it's still, even Dumaguete is like the Brakpan of South Africa. This is like Dumaguete of Philippines. Okay, but the thing that made the biggest difference to me is the friendliness of everybody. Very welcoming from the moment I landed in the Philippines. Hello, sir. How are you, sir? Welcome to the Philippines. Oh, so nice. Doesn't matter where you go. Everybody beep beep hooting at you. Like, oh, fuck, I'm famous, man. Like, yeah, ooh, guapo, whatever. Like, I know. So it was very... And then I went to a B&B. The B&B... Hey! This is where it gets interesting. Because I booked online and I paid a shit ton of money. Must have been like 17,000 Rand just for this B&B alone, because you had to pay, what was it? No, it wasn't. What was it? Booking. I used some app.
Some site that, some app that.
Trip.com. I used Trip.com to book this hotel or this B&B, but then you got to pay Trip.com a certain fee.
Their service fee.
Yeah, the service fee, which was fucking astronomical, and then you got to pay the B&B and themselves. But if I had this app called Agoda, I would have found the B&B and paid them directly. So you got to pay. It's almost like bank accounts, where if you're transferring money from one country to another, you got to transfer from that
Charges.
currency. It goes into USD first, and then it goes into the currency you want. So if I want to send money via the bank to South Africa, I'd have to go from RMB to USD and then into rands, and then vice versa. But anyway, the B&B didn't look anything like the pictures. The pictures, it was nice green grass, had like a
Nice cabin.
nice cabin, sitting area, and when I got there, see my face, there was no grass. It was just like gravel. It was like a farm without the trees. It must have been one big tree. Chickens. There was a lot of fucking chickens. But my room wasn't even the room that I wanted, so they took me to this other room where I was next door. I was like, there was only one wall dividing us. I'm like, no. The reason I picked this other room, room, was because it was separate and had like a little desk so I could do my online teaching in it. But the lady Vicky was so nice. She was like the manager of the place. Little midget. She was like probably about 3 feet tall, same as April. She's like 3 feet tall. But it's like it was like good afternoon, sir. Whatever. She was very pleasant, very friendly, welcoming. So it started from there, and then I didn't venture around too much. So I didn't know any places. But like possibly 2 or 3 days in, then I started walking around and whatnot. And there was a nice, what's it? Crispy King. Ooh! If you go to the Philippines, hey, you must have the Crispy King. Finger licking good. And I met some people there. And back in the
Airbnb.
yeah, Airbnb. I don't know why it's Airbnb, because the air you can't even breathe. So why is it called an Airbnb?
I don't know.
Why not just B&B? What's air got to do with it?
I don't know.
Maybe you guys know. But anyway. And then I went on this little site. This very well-known, popular, famous site called
Tinder.
Tinder. But I was no swindler. I went on Tinder. And the initial first couple of people I met, like, it's funny because it says nearby. You pick nearby, like within a few, like one mile, 1.5, which is in kilometers, like maybe up to about 5 kilometers away. And like, oh, this person looks nice. So it says that they're nearby, but when you talk to them, they're on a completely different bloody island. So, yeah. I don't even know my island. Now I must go to Cebu. And then when you get there, it's like, hi there, how are you, sir? It's like, you know what I'm talking, ladyboy type of shit, right? A lot of ladyboys on there. And then I was getting pretty much sick of this bloody site because I couldn't find, everyone was telling me they're here, but they're not here. And then, what happened?
You met me.
No. I didn't meet you yet. I saw you on Tinder.
Okay, then you saw me on Tinder, and then you swipe right.
But the question is, this is where the important part is. What did I see of Mrs. Keniston? Back then she was only known as April. That's her real name, huh?
Yeah.
She's got so many bloody names. April Rose Fano Jockson. Did I get it right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. 5 minutes later, she gives me high five. Right. So, I think the very first picture I saw was she's standing on the beach and she's got her back towards the camera, or maybe one of her friends is taking that picture. But I just see bum. Bum. Ass. Pigu. Lobot. And when I saw that, it's not like this, it was like this. It was beautiful. It was just, the shape was just, it was like a plum, two plums. It wasn't hanging. It was just, coing. You know, when you slap that thing, it doesn't go blue blue. It's just a little wobble because it's firm. And she was wearing this like G-string type of bikini. Woo! I screenshot that thing straight away because maybe she goes off to that. I'm like, you can only swipe right once, but I'm like this, right. Maybe they tell me, sir, you've swiped right too many times. You can only do it one time. I didn't see her face. She could have been a ladyboy. She could have had 3 eyes. She could have a third nipple, whatever. Hey, I did not care at that time. I saw the butt, the bum, and I was caught, line and sinker. And then what happened when you got a match?
Yeah, when I found your picture, so I tried to swipe right, and it's a match. So I said like,
But hold on. Why did you want to swipe right?
for me?
No, for that
No, I
for
mean
that
like
person there in the window there. Obviously for you.
yeah, like so I just swipe right because you look guapo.
Other what?
You look guapo.
Yeah, but people don't know what guapo means.
Handsome.
Thank you. That's Philippines.
You're a
Guapo.
good-looking guy.
I know, thank you. Salamat.
You're
So
welcome.
guapo in the Philippines means handsome.
Yeah.
So guapo, handsome, guapa, beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah. So
So what do you think, people? Do I look handsome? I don't. I know if my family's gonna comment, my sister first of all, she's gonna say you were adopted, which she calls me the postman's child. That's okay because I don't really look like anyone in my family.
you look like your mom.
Apparently, I look like my mom. I definitely know I've got the what?
Oh, to the covering.
I've got the big toe. I call it Thor's hammer, and that kind of makes me like 90% certain that I was not adopted because it's called my friends and I call it Thor's hammer, but it's called the Keniston's toe because my dad's got it and my stepbrother's kind of got it, but my dad's big toes big toe and my big toe was like identical. It's just this round pan like thing. It's weird. It looks like no other human toe, but yeah. So she thought I was handsome. Okay, guapo.
Yeah, thank you. And then I found some interesting, what you call this, picture of you. So you're good looking, and then so we match after I swipe right, and then you're the one who first messaged me. Hi, and then that's just started our conversation.
So how many pictures did I have on Tinder?
Only one.
I only had one picture?
Yeah. I know, two. Like the one you had like there's a house at the back. Maybe that's when you arrive in Dumaguete. Or Adrian's place.
Okay.
I think I don't remember anymore because it's a long time ago.
So yeah. So again, she was lucky she saw, but it was very different because I didn't look. I had more hair on the top of my head. My sides were still shaved, I think, yeah. But I wasn't like how I am now. So I had like a mohawk type of thing. What was like brown? I don't know. Can't remember. Blonde.
Not really blonde. It's like dark.
I haven't been blonde for about 20 years of my life.
Yeah, let's see. Like it's not really dark, but it's like salt and pepper color. Like you have a white hair, some parts.
So then I messaged her, hi, apparently. What did you respond?
Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you.
And then we spoke, but I can't remember the conversation. But did we meet the next day?
Yeah, after the day, we started chatting.
So it was the next day?
Yeah.
Okay.
You decided to come to my workplace.
Oh yeah, I said I'll come pick you up. Or did I pick you up?
Yeah, did you pick me up? By scooter.
Yeah, scooters in the Philippines are a must. Don't worry about getting a car or anything like that. Hire a scooter, it's very cheap. So I was, but I don't think I paid I think I got a discount, but I paid for 1 day, so it was like 300 baht.
200.
Or
What baht?
I mean,
200
peso.
pesos.
Yeah, but because I didn't know much about the rentals and that, and the landlady there, or the manager, she was so nice. I told her the story, like, I'm gonna meet this girl, and she was like, oh, so excited for me. So I got the scooter and I went to April's work, which wasn't far, and then I picked you up. And where did we go?
We go to your place, lift my bag, and then we go to the pool.
Oh yes, we went to play pool.
Yeah.
Well, I played pool. She just watched me. We had a few drinks, and that pool place, my B&B is here. That pool place is like right next door. It was quite a nice. It was an open area.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a couple pool tables there, like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
There was a few people playing pool at the time.
It's kind of old place, but because that time is like maybe they're about to close because that's property. Someone's buy it and then make a commercial building, something.
Yeah,
like that.
so it was there for the most of the time that I was in the Philippines. So for at least like the first 4 months, and then they tore it down, and they put in another business over
Big
there.
building.
But we did play pool there a couple of times, especially with Lisa and Ben. I think we went there once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's where our date was. So after that,
We still keep communicating.
yeah, but you guys know what happened after that. Yeah, we went back to my place.
Okay, and then
That's it. But the initial, like I said, the reason I left South Africa to go to the Philippines is because I was online teaching, and I could be a waiter and all that, but my personality would not fit with that type of. I have tried it before. I'm just very short-tempered, and I'm impatient, which then I was very impatient. So I couldn't do like the hospitality industry, but I could go and work at other places, but that are a little bit further apart, like in the city. But then again, it would cost me just as much for petrol and whatever to get there and come back. So I'd be left with the same, if not less, than what I originally had with online teaching. And online teaching was simple. I stayed in my place, was comfortable, and the money that I'm earning, like 17,000, is the same as other people that have to travel almost 30 minutes to an hour outside to get to their place of work. So I was earning what they were earning, but I was in my apartment. So that's why I left, is because it just financially it wasn't good for me. I couldn't save any money or anything like that. And yes, I could have gone to Bali or Thailand or whatever, but because I met this person online, he offered me work. He said, okay, well, Philippines, he is living there and he could help me find other companies to work for, but it's best that I was in the Philippines. So that's why I moved there. And that's how I met April. And we hung out. Oh my God, my calves are burning for that one, huh? We hung out, and then she introduced me to her boss, who's Sarah, also a very nice lady.
friends.
Close friend, very vibrant lady, comical, friendly, whatever. I even, she had her offices, place of business, but every now and then I would just do my online teaching over there. She had no problem with it. We also went out for drinks and dinner. We became very friendly. Then later on, I met her other friends, Salvador. Hey!
My brother.
Yeah.
Friends.
I said friends and family.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
Okay, continue.
But that's like, it was a bit like when I can remember it quite clearly. We walked into the salon, and that's where I met her brother, and then she introduced me.
No, wait. We're supposed to look for your battery in your laptop, right? So we tried to check in Robinson, one of the malls, mall in Dumanguete.
Oh, but that's where we used his car.
Yeah, so that's the time he met my brother.
Yeah,
So we went to salon, to his salon.
Yeah, so because I didn't know the roads and stuff like that, and I didn't really want to take April on the back of the scooter, um, on a busy road and that. So she mentioned her brother's got an SUV, a nice car, and he wouldn't mind. But I was very like skeptical because I've never met this person. I don't want to just use someone's thing. They don't know me. But anyway, we went there, and that's when she introduced me to her former colleagues, because she used to work at the salon under her brother, and then I met her brother. But her brother was very friendly, but he doesn't know what to say to me. He's never met me. We didn't talk much. We just introduced. We sat there for a while, and then April's like,
He just give you the keys.
yeah.
Right
I don't know
away.
what he saw in me. Like maybe he thought, oh, this guy looks friendly, and like he's like I'm double his size. He's still like he's as tall as me, but like muscle wise, I'm quite a bit bigger than him. So maybe he felt intimidated. Like, oh, this is my sister's boyfriend. If I don't give him the keys to my car, he's gonna punch my face or whatever. But it's
No.
like, I don't even think he asked if I had a license.
No.
No, he didn't fucking. You don't really need a license.
When I asked him like, oh, can I use your car? We go to Robinson's. He's like, okay.
Yeah, so maybe he just trusts his sister.
Why not?
Yeah, well, why not? But I mean, if it was me and my sister rocked up with this guy, I mean, I wasn't funny looking. I mean, like now, I mean, I know I've been told I look like a very intimidating person, like someone that you don't want to mess with, or I look very like sometimes scary looking, or I don't smile often or whatever. I got like a serious face, but that's my face. That's my face. So maybe if I just like smile a little bit more, whatever. But when I go to people like, hi, how are you? That's my face.
Yeah, but when you started your craziness,
What craziness?
hello,
Oh yeah, then you know, there's another side to me, but that's like
Mr. Bean.
that's like almost forceful. Like I like doing that, but when I meet people, if I'm like just in a normal mood, I'm like, hi, my name's Kenny. This is my face. You know, they look at me, and then I don't know. Sometimes I'm not an approachable person. Like if you saw me on the other side of the room, you're not gonna approach me. I don't know why, but anyway. So if my sister came to me and said, "Hey, Ken, this is my boyfriend that I've known for like 1 day or 1 week. Can we use your car?" Okay, who's driving? My boyfriend's driving. I would interrogate the shit out of that guy. That's just how I'm like, who are you? How do you know my sister? How long you been dating? What's your blood type? Where do you work? Do you have a license? What's your medical history? How many times have you been arrested? I would ask all these questions. I'll probably just like arm wrestle him just to see if he's strong enough, or like, and then if he like does a little glitch, then you're a little bitch. Like you can't protect my sister. But with her brother, I was like, hi Kenny, yeah sure, no problem doll. Like here's my keys. Like just do whatever. He's gay, but he's a talker. Salvador, you're my man. I'm actually her man, but you know what I mean. Don't get funny ideas, you know. But he's like, here's the keys. And then we went to do our thing, and I met her other friend, Angel.
Yeah.
He ain't no fucking angel, but he's a very nice guy, also gay. Every second person in Philippines is gay. That's just, but they're not.
So for their knowledge, like I'm surrounded by the gays, actually.
And you can't say gay in South Africa. Ooh, you get the shit kicked out of you. But this is
So
like
all my friends mostly
different
are
culture.
gays. Only Sarah, few girls. So most of my friends, like I'm hanging out, is gays because my brother's friends. So that's it. And then
Hold on.
yeah. Okay, I don't know what to say because we were talking about how you met my brother, and then we went to Robinson, and then
See, this is what happens.
we checked the battery, and then we just roaming around,
When I leave the scene, when I leave the camera, the view of the camera, she's like,
I don't know what to say.
but when I'm here, then she's like, see my body, my sexy body. Wait, let me check my bangs. Are my bangs
Not
good?
the bangs.
I didn't even know that these things are. This is called.
What? I don't have bangs.
Yeah, but when you have your hair like this,
Yeah?
and then you know there's like they have the pieces of hair. Those are called bangs.
French.
Yeah, I didn't know those were called bangs. Actually,
Oh, your mom have this. So what
Yeah.
she call that?
like I don't know. I've never spoke. I'll just say your hair looks nice. I'm like, and she's like, you know
Actually,
how you know how the women are like.
Even we have a video call to your mom, she always like fixing her
Yeah,
bangs.
but I only when I met you did I know that this part of the hair that flaps in the front is called bangs.
Bangs, yeah.
Why bang? What are you banging?
I don't know. Bangs, your hair bangs.
So I don't know why we're talking about but bangs. But anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, we met Angel. Angel, you're a cool guy, man. Love you, miss you. But
He's
for the
a
shit.
soft-spoken, gentle.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's
Like, I don't know how to explain.
But you got Angel. You got to sort out your hair, man. Like
that's he is. So
that's okay. So Kenny White, like I don't have a problem with it, but I mean you like to dress up and stuff like that. So I don't know. To me, it just
no, because his hair is like
it's curly.
it's curly, but it's the hair growth is not thick.
Oh,
So that's why he make messy.
So you got like a thin hairline.
Yeah,
oh,
So
okay.
that's why you make messy to make it like volume.
But regardless of your hair, man, you're still a cool guy. Love you to the
Pretty.
moon. You're very. To me, you're a straightforward speaking person, just like Salvador and that. But yeah, you need to get a job, man. Get a proper job. Stop painting those pictures. Oh, you still owe us a picture, you know, that one we spoke about a year ago that we're supposed to do, we haven't done yet.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Angel, cool guy, Salvador, now that we got engaged and got married, me and Salvador have become like brothers. Oh, I just clicked now, like he is my brother-in-law, but we like brothers. Kenny, he's like stupid. He's your brother-in-law now. So now I've got a Filipino family.
Yeah.
Bitch, what you say? Right.
Okay.
But that's first of my family. Everyone else in my family, they're all married to South Africans. I'm the only one in my family that's married to
careful with my mouth.
Filipino. But it's good.
Yeah.
Because now I've got extend, and you're not married to just Filipino. It's like the Indians in South Africa. It's big. You got aunties and uncles and grandchildren and tita and tito and ate and kuya and oh my Jesus, it's just like Sarah is her boss, but I consider her my sister. Angel is her friend, but we consider him like brother. So even Sarah's mother,
I consider her
Mama Beth,
mother.
yeah, even with me, she's such a pleasant person. And her husband, what's her husband's name?
Tita Bimbo.
Yeah, Bim. Yeah,
Bim.
we call him Bim. Also, I haven't spent much time with him, but I only spent even an hour talking to him. He's
I
like,
think like before you left, when we have the holiday last year in January, before we left, we went to their house, and then
so
only
welcome.
Tita Bimbo is only the
Yeah,
person there, so
only-
just like you're talking there.
Yeah, I knew he was there, but not afraid to talk. Offered me, make sure my feet are okay, make sure I'm sitting nicely. Do I want to sit outside, inside? Make sure you got a beer or something to drink.
Cold
Asking me where you like just general talking, not just like sitting there and like, oh, who's this guy? No, very, very friendly. All of them are friendly. You go to any shop in the Philippines and it's like, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? What would you like? Always a smile. Sometimes, don't smile at me. But then I only recently just we went for holiday in the Philippines last year, July. August. That was the first time I met your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I only recently just met her mom. Also like 3 feet high. But her English is like minimal. But also, like I made myself available. Like I tried to sit with her and then when I opened up to her, she opened up to me and then she would talk English. Like people in the Philippines, if their English is not good, it's like same in China when they think that you can hear they can speak good English, but they're afraid to talk in English because they might make a mistake or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Salvador's very good in English, so is Angel.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think your mom's had much experience with foreigners or speaking English or whatever. Then that's also, I haven't met her. She's got 3 kids. 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. Right. So I'm a stepfather to 3 kids. But I only met her one child, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, she calls him first. There's a long story, but that you know, it's you don't have patience for the stories, right? It's got to do with a natural disaster. A natural disaster. Named a kid after a natural disaster. Well, he is kind of a disaster because of the things that he's doing.
Only one name after disaster. My daughter. It's the combination of the name of the typhoon and then the earthquake happened in Bohol during that time.
Yeah, natural disaster. Right? But his actual name was yes, Roger?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because only recently I've also found out that her other son, who's called 30, is not 30.
30 is his nickname.
Yes, but I don't know what his real name. What is his given name?
Mm-hmm.
What is his given name?
Domingo Alfredo.
Domingo Alfredo. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that until like 2 days ago.
I told him when he asked what is first real name. Then I told him also 30, but he forgot.
That's okay. Let's be honest. Yeah, that is possible. I might have. So she might have told me, but maybe I forgot about it. Okay, so sorry. My bad. I'm not gonna be dishonest. So she could have told me whatever.
Okay, so I'll be dishonest.
Huh? What?
I can be dishonest.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
but you never asked.
It's human nature. Everyone.
But you never asked. So like.
Oh, maybe you forgot. I did ask, but you also forgot. Oh no, the woman don't forget. They always. You guys know what I'm talking about. The whole saying "happy wife, happy life." The master puss, right? Everybody knows that one. Yeah, right. So then we got married. Thank you, Salvador, for the reception, and Sarah, and for everybody that came. It was very, very nice. We still gotta figure it out. Oh, yeah, we can go live. Eh? It's 24 hours. Last 24 hours. But we don't want to do live yet because sometimes April wants to edit these videos. Can you do it while you do it live? After you do it live?
Yeah, we can do it live.
Like now, this is a recording. And then she has the opportunity to edit. I don't like editing too much because, like I said to you guys, this is like...
the talking.
Yeah, this is how it is. So I don't like to edit too much.
Yeah.
But probably the next video we're going to do will be like live stream. But yeah, so we had a very nice wedding ceremony, reception. Got married in...
August 16th.
Yeah, but...
in municipality of Bacong.
Bacong. Right.
Yeah,
Bacong.
in New York because...
Right, so when we were getting married or we were getting dressed, the mayor of Bacong decided he was sick, so he postponed it for an hour. Thanks.
I'm also sick that time.
Oh yeah, she was also sick.
Like, but I carried on. But during the the reception time, have a dinner, I'm started to chill and
Yeah,
it's getting
we had a
worse.
few drinks. The reception was amazing. We danced. There wasn't much space, but it was for
It's
the
only
time limit,
intimate. What do you call this?
immediate family and
It's like
friends.
intimate wedding.
Yeah, intimate. So it wasn't a massive wedding for like all your friends and family, but it turned out very, very good. A very wide variety of foods and drinks, and those shots were flippin' nice. But even for me, for some reason I wasn't that hungry, or else I would have demolished everything. I had a few drinks in that, and we did dance, we had karaoke, and some people that I thought would never show up actually did show up. We got some gifts. I mean, what's with that kettle? So yeah, the people that came, they did know, like, okay, April lives in Philippines. They're now married, but Kenny lives in China and he works in China. So naturally, we're not going to live apart. And I'm not going to come to the Philippines and live there now because the money is not great. So the money in China, what I'm earning now in China, let's say it's equivalent to about 150, 160,000 pesos. That's like the first class people, the upper class people living in Philippines. So if I had to live in the Philippines after marriage, I would have to do online teaching, and the online teaching would give me like about 50,000 peso, which is about one quarter of what I'm earning now.
Yeah.
So everybody would know that April would come and live with me in China. So for a wedding gift, let's give them a kettle.
Because
A kettle.
the place I stayed.
I'm leaving in like a couple of days to go to China, and after that, 1 month later, April's going to join me. So where the hell would you like us to put the kettle?
Listen, because that foreigner friend asked.
I know this.
asked Angel, the Filipino like mostly giving gifts, like some or like set of plates, a pitcher, a kettle, a rice
Like
cooker,
cutlery
electric fan, yeah.
and odds and ends for the
So
flat.
it's nice that we experienced that Filipino gifts.
Yeah.
But some they give like.
So you know what? What's lady's name? I forgot about it.
Gitan.
Gitan. Yes, hello Gitan. How are you? I love you. You're a great person. A kettle. A lovely kettle. I mean, if I stayed in the Philippines, I would probably change the wall color just to suit the kettle. It was an electric kettle. It's very, very nice. It had a nice shape and all that.
But it's not Gitan's fault.
Yeah, no, Gitan, I must say it wasn't your fault, but I'm sure in your mind you'd think, April is gonna go live in China with. Don't they have kettles in China? We have a lot. We've got the best quality kettle. So I'm not gonna. But anyway, it was Angel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel, it was your fault because you wanted a kettle. Yes.
We wanted a kettle.
Because at that time before we got married, it was April, Angel, and Mama Beth living in one place. So they were lacking. Maybe they had a kettle, but they wanted a better kettle, or they didn't have a kettle.
No,
and they wanted
our
a kettle.
kettle is broken, so that's why Angel.
Right. So they had a kettle, but it didn't work. So Gitan would ask Angel, "What do you think I should get for Kenny and April?" So Angel thought, "Oh, maybe a gift card." Maybe give them money or something like, something that they can go and get them themselves. Oh no, hold on, Gitan. I want a kettle, so you can get them a kettle because I know that they are moving to China. Where will their kettle go? It'll go to me. So Angel, thank you so much. Gitan, you got Angel a kettle. Not Gitan's fault, but I'm sure, like, if it was me and I knew that the people weren't going to be living in Philippines for too long, for a couple months, and then they came over to wherever, I would rather give them a gift card so they could go buy something at a mall of their choosing, or give them money, 100 peso, 200 peso, whatever, and then they could buy something else. So you could, like, use your common sense, But it's a very nice kettle, Gitan. Thank you so much. Um, I enjoyed unboxing it and unwrapping it and whatever. It was the most indulging experience of my life. Thank you, Angel. That was a great idea. I hope you're enjoying that kettle now. I hope it boils water, right? And, a lot of steam comes out and drain your tea and that. And then we got also from Yannick.
A chocolate.
Only one chocolate he gave
A
us.
chocolates.
Oh, there we go.
It's a one big
Yeah.
different kind.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Ferrero.
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite chocolates. So Yannick, thank you very much. Gitan, Angel,
And
thank you.
Doctor
Docky.
Doc Ethel. You give that back. My purse. Doctor who did my teeth.
Oh yeah, you got a bag, but that's for you.
Yeah, but I use it.
Yeah, but you got married to me, so some gifts are supposed to be like the kettle. We could, you have a turn pouring on water. I have a turn pour. What am I gonna do with the bag? I'm like, hi, let me carry my wife's bag for you. Huh?
Yes.
Okay, that's what's for you. When you get married, you give them presents that they're both gonna use, right? You don't just give the lady something. But anyway, thanks for that present. But
But we both use because sometimes you put your stuff in my bag.
Yeah, but it's mainly a gift for you. I'm not gonna carry that.
Okay.
So, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's perfect gift. Chocolates. I mean, we can both eat the chocolates. Can take it wherever we want. It probably didn't. I was thinking I was also sick. I can't remember, but I didn't eat much of the
No,
chocolates.
after a few days, you
Yeah.
get sick too.
Yeah, I got quite sick. But yeah, that's a gift. Chocolates. I love Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, when we arrive back in the hotel, you just eat that
Yeah,
right away.
I had wrappers lying all over the floor. So very, very thankful for that. Maybe Yannick, next time you go to a wedding, let Angel know that a kettle's not the best gift to give somebody. That you might like that kettle, but they might not like it, so they might exchange it for another color. But maybe give them a gift card or money so they can go buy their own kettle. But chocolates is a it's
You cannot tell them like what their gift is for, but you must appreciate it.
I do appreciate it.
No, I mean like don't tell them like
Yeah, but this is how I am.
yeah, but
I'm being honest, and I still said thank you. I said thank you multiple times. Let's
Yeah,
move on. We had the gifts.
that's how Filipino is like giving the gift, so it must adapt it.
Yeah, but Gitano is not Filipino.
That's why he's asking what is the main Filipino
That's why I
gift.
said Gitano wasn't not your fault. It's Angel's
But
fault.
he wants to experience giving gift like that. How Filipino give gift to
Okay,
the
so
wedding.
I'm still learning. I'm only Filipino for what?
Well, but it's okay. So
1.5 years. Or
what's next?
So, the reception was nice, and then as I said, April was already sick, so we called it early night, and we went back to the hotel.
But our guests still partying, drinking until 2 a.m. something like that.
But that I'm happy because they enjoyed themselves. They made use of the facility and the music and all that. So I was very happy with that. And then, but the unfortunate thing was that we were hoping to go be married before we went to Secure. We actually went, when I arrived in Philippines for the first holiday. This was August of last year.
Our holiday.
Yeah.
We're not married yet.
Yeah, when we went to Siki Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were hoping to be married, paper sign it, and then go to Secure. But we didn't know when we would. It could be actually a day before we actually. I had to depart to come back to China. So we enjoyed our holiday as a married couple, like married not legally, but Siki Hall, guys.
We advance our honeymoon.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Making me look like an idiot. Thank you. So, but Siki Halls.
Wait, I'm gonna get the sweater. It's getting cold now.
Small. Can go.
Oh, ouch!
So Sikihor, very small island, but it's just off the, you could say, the coast of Cebu. You guys can look it up, Google Maps and that. But Sikihor, um, that would be the place that I would want to live if when we go back to the Philippines. Small island, but April's busy dancing in front of the mirror here. Um, Also, it's not packed, but there's like one main road that goes around the whole island, which is nice. There's not like a lot of different roads, but also when you ride a scooter, all the locals that pass you, beep 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 beep, oh, beep beep beep. Oh. The foreigners, what's wrong with you? Can't hoot, huh? I also hooted at the foreigners. I'm like, who's that guy? The Filipinos, like, beep, beep. Yes, it's like they
You don't need to say hello. Just
yeah, you beep
just
beep.
beep beep.
That means hello. So when I beep beep, yes, it's like those guys have just won the Filipino lottery. Yes, they got mad. They're like they almost got off the road trying to wave at you. They're smiling, everything. The foreigners, hey guys, Kazi, hey, I said hello to the foreigners passing. They're like, they just look at you like you're alien, whatever. Smiling, nothing.
But not all foreigners, but some like they just like friendly
Full of
also.
shit.
Like, yeah.
But that being said, the hotel we lived in, Sikihor, what was that hotel? Or we stayed at? What was that hotel?
Seaview.
Seaview. So when we arrived at Seaview,
There's a little bit problem because we were not the room that we book is not really in front of the beach.
yeah, I wasn't concentrating. So I can see in my head I picked Garden View because when I looked at Seaview, it was quite expensive. But then when we arrived there on our scooter, April decided to blindfold me. Well, use her hand or whatever to blindfold me. Now I'm at least a full head. I'm talking my head. I've got quite a big head. So I'm a full head taller than her. I'm a giant compared to her. She tried to blindfold me to make it like a surprise and walked me through these doors. I could feel my shoulders scrape against the doors. I kicked my toe about 3 times because she didn't say to me, right, now you got to lift up. Now, you know when you walk, you lift up your feet but not high. So she wouldn't say to me, okay, baby, you know what, now you got to lift up your foot quite high because you're stepping over something or you're going down something, right? So I got a few bumps and bruises. And then we get out onto the patio. And then she says, okay, open your eyes. My eyes were open the whole time as I was trying to see through the cloth. You know how it is. And it's like, oh, the ocean is right. Like literally from the hotel door, you walk 2 meters, 2, maybe 3 meters, and you're on
The shore.
Yeah, you're on the shore. Very flat ocean, crystal clear, beautiful. Then we go to our room. And we thought that was our room. And we're so excited just because April knows if we go on holiday, Philippines or Thailand, I want my cabin to be
On the beach.
on the beach. Literally, I must step out the door and my foot must be in the water. So I'm excited.
Or the sand, something like that. So we get to the reception to get our keys, something like that.
Sorry, ma'am. Mom, sorry, what? Like what? That's
So
not
my
your room.
room is on the other side of the road. So it's just like their hotel is like other side of the road, and then just a front at the beach on a beach, and then we go to the receptions.
One reception.
Reception. So the manager,
Knock me out with your
No,
hand.
the-
Your hands flapping everywhere. I'm gonna get knocked out.
the manager talking to us, and then I asked like, oh, is the room available? She said like the room is here.
Yeah.
Not in front of the beach, but so when I told her like, so we just sitting and then thinking, and then we keep talking to her like, is there possible that we can get a beach front?
Yeah, we told her which room we because it was the
And
last
first-
room available.
Yeah, first she
for
said like
Ocean
no available this moment, so and she tried to talk to the owner if
She
we-
tried to talk to the owner.
Yeah, she tried to talk to the
Who?
owner, the manager.
Oh yeah.
And then he told like, oh, we get married and this is our honeymoon. Right away. Okay, sir,
Everything
ma'am.
changed. They made a good plan for us. But let me
They
explain.
are so happy when
Let
they
me,
hear
let, let
that.
me explain in South African English. So here's the main road, right? Now Seaview is split up into two sections. So
The
the main
restaurant. Okay.
the main road is here. On that side, the coast side, is where the Seaview like main resort is. That's the Ocean View side of Seaview. That's where we thought we were gonna stay. But here's the main road. Now on this side of the road is Ocean View hotel and restaurant. That side of the hotel doesn't have a restaurant, but this side does. So it's a very nice restaurant, very nice food. Like I would say, not expensive, depending on what you're gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
But then the restaurant is here, and then you walk like literally 3 meters, and then they've got the hotel rooms, the garden view, the garden. Like when you say garden view, what do you guys think? You nice big area, one or two trees, flowers, garden view. Here's the rooms, and then you got like 2 feet of grass, and then it's the garden. The garden, I promise you, it's probably like 3 feet wide and like 2 or 3 meters long. It's not a garden. It's like a couple pot plants, and there was no trees. It's just a section.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possibly like 2 meters wide, two or 2.5 meters wide, and then like 5 meters long. That's the garden view. In their mind, that's the garden view. Not a couple trees, flowers there, little pond here, or whatever. So
that's how we call like expectation versus reality.
So I didn't even go to see the rooms there. I just saw the garden. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. And then no ways. So then I was adamant on this ocean view. So we spoke to the lady. She said no availability. Even though the other person said that's the last room that's available.
Mm-hmm.
So then we mentioned it's a honeymoon. Woo! Everything went to our favor. So they communicated. They said, okay, we're going to do this thing for it, but you got to pay. So I ended up paying.
We up like 7.
So I had to pay an extra 7,000 peso, which for me is like, was nothing. It's like a drop. You can look on the currency exchange. 1,000 rand equals like what? 7,000, 6,000 pesos, something like that. But it's very, very cost effective. It's actually less. So I had to pay 7,000, but definitely worth it, because even laying at night, you have the sliding door open, the curtains are closed, but you can hear the ocean. It's flat, but you can hear the sounds of the swells and the people maybe talking outside or whatever. And it's so nice to have that fresh air coming in.
So sometimes late at night you open the door, and then
I don't sleep well.
Breeze.
I don't sleep well, so sometimes at night I'd go out and sit on the little extended chair, which is the chair that you can lay down on and then look out into the ocean. Or even early in the morning, you wake up, you go through the door, and then there's the ocean. See the Filipinos getting their business boat ready for the day's activities to take tourists out. I always remember there's a couple kids. Now with that area, you can walk quite far out, and it's very shallow. So at least about 100 meters out, I could see about 5 small kids. They must have been about 6 or 7 years old, even younger, all playing on the coral reef in it. So it was very nice. And then just down the road, you got all the different bars and pubs and that. My favorite beach where we met Jess and them.
Peloton Beach.
Peloton Beach, very famous beach in Sikihor. We met. That's now. It's not a long beach. That area where we're talking about is it's small, but all the foreigners you lay on your blanket or your towel. And very friendly. You could go up to talk to anybody. They all got their cell phones out and playing music, very vibrant and social area. And that's where you go to watch the sunset. and we made a lot of friends and we drank a lot. Jess and his wife were very, very nice to us. Jess ended up making us his
handmade.
handmade, homemade rings and that. Very nice. Met a lot of people there. The Filipino Aquaman, remember that tall guy?
Yeah.
Also very nice. And then, yeah, toured around Sikihor, but I can definitely say, or what's the word I'm trying to suggest, that if you get into the Philippines, I know you guys have probably heard of Boracay and what would be the other? Palawan, Bohol,
Cebu, Malboal.
Don't go to Malboal. Don't. No. Bad experience for me. I was sick half the trip. But that's where you can go watch the whale sharks and
sardines.
So, but the beaches are crap. It's just rock and whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely can suggest going to Sikihor. Not expensive, and everyone's very friendly there. So that was our first. That was actually the second week I was there for our summer holiday, and then when we got back from Sikihor, we went to about another week or so, and then that's when we got, oh my god, swallow the camera, yeah. Got married and that, and then after we got married, we had another 1 week.
Yeah.
So we spent time with her family, and yeah.
You just rested because I just recovering from sick.
Was that
you also sick and we just
but was that the time I also fell off the scooter?
No. That's January.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't the time I fell off the scooter, but I call it the ghost scooter. Right? Because that thing, I didn't do anything.
Because he left you so much. Okay. So
what is this?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, that's about our maximum. So
that's how
we gave you the answer to why, and we gave you a bit of
knowledge
and intel as to how we got married, when we got married, and our initial honeymoon of getting married and that. And how I met her, most of her family. I haven't met her other 2 kids yet, but I've been speaking to them quite a bit. Very nice. They sound very, very nice and mature and whatnot. Kwanda, you need to be in the picture, like, so I can see in the video. Don't hide all the time. But yeah. Okay. So that's our season 1, episode 2, guys.
What's our next topic will be?
No, I don't know.
So they can.
It's whatever we think about, but it won't be jumping. We'll now tell you like what happened after that. So after that, we got married. I came back to China. I was living in Guangzhou, but it was the end of my contract, so I was coming to a different part of China and starting at another school, which is where I am now. But the next episode 3 will be
maybe we before we get married, how you propose, something like that. How I ended up, like he planned to get married to marry to me.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. You see, this thing here, right? It's 1 centimeter wide, right? This is 9 carat yellow gold. Come on, your turn.
And this
take it off and show them.
Oh.
Okay, plus yeah. Right. Also 9 carat yellow gold, right? With a
diamond.
Pure. This is legit diamond. Okay. These 2 rings, right? So that will be part of our next episode. I'll tell you about.
What is the story?
These were custom made because I might not have a lot of money, but I know I'm only getting married once, and I'm marrying my soulmate. My soulmate, my perfect woman, right? And in all fairness, she is perfect. The stuff she does, she might not work, like physically work and earn money, but she definitely makes up for it doing the household goods. And it's like it's natural for the Filipino woman to do that. Sometimes I still feel uncomfortable when she's getting there and she just says, lift up your feet, and she does it with a smile on her face, but I don't know if I'll get over that. Like, I feel there's something I should be doing, but she wants me to just sit because she knows that if she's cleaning and I help, then I'm going to do the wrong thing. So, in all fairness, she makes up for it with all that, with a smile, and she never complains about anything or whatever. I do a lot of complaining. But yeah, the next episode I'll tell you about the rings and the logistics of it and what stress it caused me because I needed it to get done, sealed, and delivered to me before we got married, and how much bloody money. The documents, birth certificate, letter of legal capacity. Oh,
and
Jesus.
also how come up the marriage. We've just known for a year, and then how we come up.
Why? Like, I'm always complaining about how do people only. And we weren't even really living together before we got married. Like, I had an apartment, but she'd come over there. We weren't permanently living together.
We're just like, not every day, but we just like.
Yeah, because I still like my space and stuff like that. But also the next episode, we'll let you know, like, if some of you guys looking to come to Philippines and this is where you're looking to live and possibly get into a relationship, what it's like for Filipino to date a foreigner. I mean, for me, it's easy because fuck, just look at me. And then for foreigners, like specifically South Africans, what it's like to be in a relationship, an early relationship that's just dating with a Filipino. And then if you want to get married and at the process, we won't go through the whole process because I fell asleep in that bloody, what's it called? Where they talk that shit, where everybody's sitting, all the couples are sitting and we sat there for 4 hours.
Seminar.
The seminar. My God. If you're going to get married in the Philippines, that is compulsory, it's mandatory.
It's like the council.
Yeah, counseling. Telling us, this is what you do in a marriage. And and the Philippines, the majority of the locals are Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm atheist. Well, not atheist, but I was Christian. I'm no longer Christian. I don't have a religion. I don't follow any religion, but I'm definitely not Christian. But yeah, like, then I've got to sit there for 4 hours talking about marriage, and I mean, this lady looked like she was 12 anyway. How much knowledge does she have? And all those people, they had like 14 kids and then whatever, but we'll tell you more in depth about that, getting into a relationship in the Philippines, if you're looking to live permanently in the Philippines and all that stuff and the logistics behind this and that. And yeah. Okay. My mouth, it's like teaching. I've got to sit here and like, yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Adam Forte session.
Yes.
Later.
Right.
Okay, everybody. Again, please like, follow, subscribe. I'm guessing there'll be a link for this thing, but if you guys can send it to all your family, your friends, and whatever, we would appreciate it, of course, because we're just new to this. And we want to get the numbers up high because, of course, we want to get paid for this. I mean, this is why people do this stuff. So it's not all about the money. Bullshit. Of course, it's about the money. But we enjoy this. We enjoy being funny. But this,
it's just a reality.
This is like the early stages for me. Of course, like there's some videos you're gonna see where I'm irritated and then like, the fuck you said, woman? Like some shit like that. Hey, I teach you the what kind next say, bra kazi, come, yeah. bring and come kazi.
And then
Mother chut, huh?
And then
What?
Yeah.
Yati era, yeah. Pilat. Man, it's nice.
Okay.
She's teaching me her language and I'm trying to.
Well, if you're a foreigner and then your first time come to the Philippines, or first time have the Philippines, the first things or the first word you must learn first in the Philippines is bad words.
And that's
Tell
everywhere
me
you
if
go.
it's not true
Yeah.
or not, but
You don't think
most
it's...
of the foreigners, even like we saw a video blog, like most of the foreigners learn first word or language, Filipino language is bad words.
Yeah, of course. It's natural.
Filipino taught foreigners bad words
Because it's funny.
funny.
It's funny to hear they know that the foreigner doesn't know. So let's because when they go out in public and they start talking in Filipino language, they're gonna say the bad word, and then those people probably know that, okay, you've got some Filipino friends that have taught you. Same like the first time I came to China, they taught me like newbie and all this stuff. It was a bad word, but I didn't know what that was until later on. I was started learning more Chinese. That's what's going to happen when you go to places. The locals will teach you probably more bad words because when they hear you say it, it's funny to them.
Yeah.
That's just a natural thing. But coming to the Philippines, it's kumusta, which is,
how are you?
yeah, like salamat, which
Thank
is
you.
thank you, and then pila. You got to learn pila. Pila very important if you go into the markets. Pila means how much, and then I know this word. Don't tell me. It's what's it? It's the first letter. If it's expensive,
M.
mahal. Mahal means expensive.
But there's other meanings of mahal. Mahal means love.
Yeah.
And it depends how you're gonna use that word. So, if you're gonna be in a market and then like so expensive, it's mahal.
Yeah, and then also what's also important is to learn like kuya, which means like brother.
Yeah, just
like informal brother, like salamat kuya. If you're getting a tricycle or whatever.
Out of respect.
Yeah, out of respect. So if you're speaking to a waiter that's a male or a tricycle operator that's a male, you'll say salamat kuya, which means thank you brother, but informal brother. Ate, which means like sister, but also informal. So salamat ate. Then you've got what's it, po? Salamat po, which is like
the respect ways.
Not just like thank you, like oh thank you sir, thank you ma'am, like the higher level of saying thank you. Ate is sister, Kuya's brother. Tita is auntie. Tito is uncle. So it's definitely salamat, kumusta, ate, kuya. Those are like the main thing. Everywhere you go, if you receive something or someone gives you, it's always nice to say salamat, because you know if you know if you show them that you're trying to communicate in their language, it goes a long way. Shows them respect, not just you expect them to know English. Same in China, ni hao, xie xie, all that stuff. It shows them that you're trying to speak their language, you're respecting their culture and whatever, so you'll get it in return. Okay. Laka blue, one time kazi, xie xie, salamat,
bye-bye.
And yeah, we're gonna eat whatever now and enjoy the rest of our evening. We'll see you next time. Right. Bye bye everybody. Bye. Push a button. Bye bye. Bye.